Hi, it's Yulia. Welcome back to my studio. I want to talk today about hip mobility and about how we can increase our range of motion using some active stretching techniques. So there's two versions that I'm going to show today, one seated, one standing. I'm going to be showing this on the reformer. Both can be done without equipment. This one doesn't use springs. I'm just going to have a seat. Lengthen out in this Peter Pan stretch. We're going to flex through one ankle. So our goal is to keep lengthening up and out of our hips. The outer arm stretches up. Take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, lean over, bending in the side, resting this other arm and stretching as much over my hip as I can. Through the center, we rise up. Counter stretch, the arm lowers. We're going to bend and support, flexing the opposite heel and anchoring through that other hip. Lift through the center, adding rotation up. Twist toward the straight leg, pull the ribs in, and lengthen forward as much as you can over that leg. Reverse the rotation, keeping that hip grounded. Rise up. Bend the opposite arm. Pull the ribs in as you sit forward toward the bent side. Inhale to rotate open and rise to center. Bending the straight leg in, we're going to reach the hands back, ankle pointed. I'm going to curl the pelvis slightly, lean back as much as you need, and stretch that quad and stretch that hip flexor, deepening as you pull back. Want to keep rotating that hip back and then rise up when you're ready, reversing the stretch and the leg. Inhale, up through the side of the body, over the center and down. Lifting up toward the top arm, reverse, up and over, counter stretch. Lifting up and over with rotation toward that bent straight leg, lengthening the top of the head toward the toes, reverse the stretch, up and over, exhale, inhale, lengthen, rotate the hip, ankle back, hands behind, curling pelvis, using my arms to support and lower down as much as I need to open that hip flexor. Open up the front of your thigh and press. Release when you're ready. I'm going to take a walk around. Let's show this now, standing version. Before we were side bending over. Now we're going to go into flat back, kind of swinging the pelvis up, and then bringing it back underneath our hips. So I'm going to externally rotate, standing and top leg. Bend your standing leg and lower your pelvis down. You're not going to bend forward yet, just nice and vertical. Push through the standing leg and begin again. Exhale to lower the hip, stretching all the way from the inside my knee up into the inner part of my pelvis. And this is where the front of your hip tries to soften. Try to relax that muscle, pull and stand up. If you're using a chair or a foam roller for balance, we're going to have the chair right in front of you as you bend the standing leg, and this heel can be up on another chair. So you're lowering your pelvis and standing up a few times. With the carriage, it can move, which is nice. And then slowly bring it back in. So it assists with the rotation, assists with the push. Standing leg parallel, second version. I'm going to press the carriage out again with my foot parallel to the shoulder block. Internally rotating the the stretched leg. You're going to hinge your pelvis back, flat back down. Lower your hand. If you've got a chair, hold on to it. Other leg rotates in, and then the standing leg will straighten, the standing leg will bend, lowering the hips. Standing leg extends, standing leg bends, increasing that range of motion internally. Sits bones pointing directly back, lifting, lowering. I'm pretty flexible, but if this doesn't feel accessible or maybe halfway up feels right, the most important thing for you to maintain is that lumbar length. So try not to round, try to keep length through your whole spine as you bend and stretch. Rise up over the standing leg and come right back in. As you press out or as you balance, try not to go off your standing leg. Instead, maintain stability and work the rotation of the hip, which is going to open all of that nice, interconnected muscle group from the back that wraps all the way on the inside of the hip. Let me know what you think. Thanks for joining me today and watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.